So we're talking about the post-October 7th environment. A lot has changed. I'm sure Aliyah is no different. How much have your organizations changed in this new environment? Rabbi Fass?
Organization changed, I think, in two ways. October 8th in the morning, we had a focus on all the Olim. Over the last 20 years, we've had really the privilege of helping 80,000 Olim move to Israel. And October 8th in the morning, we realized and we discovered that hundreds of our Olim's families had to leave their homes. We had 5,000 combat lone soldiers. Many were injured. Some were killed. Some of our Olim were taken hostage. And it was just a new reality. And we had to pivot and mobilize pretty quickly in pastoral care, in therapy, in financial grants, in even housing. And at the same time, since October 7th, we've been experiencing this incredible phenomenon of solidarity, of almost a 90% increase of interest in making Aliyah from North America. So we've been trying to maintain the proficiency and efficiency of our organization to make sure that we can help this volume, at the same time care for all the Olim that we brought who are now in a sense of trauma.
How about the Aliyah ministry? How have you been handling it? How have you been handling the changes in the post-October 7th environment?
So as Rabbi Fass said, in the minute that October 7th happened and we understand what is happening, we dealt with thousands of new Olim that came to Israel. In our case, most of them from Russia and Ukraine that ran out of a war themselves. And we have a lot of work with people that evacuated from their home. But I have to say, till October 7th, my job as CEO of the ministry was mostly with the integration part. I really believed, and I still believe, that if we'll do better in integration, then Aliyah will increase. But after a year that we have done enormous changes in integration, we have a new opportunity with Aliyah, and we have numbers that we haven't seen for decades from France, from South Africa, from England, and from North America. We have increase in the numbers of Aliyah files that are opened that we couldn't believe it. And we see a lot of Olim that are coming to Israel even now. 90,000 Olim came to Israel since October 7th. That's a miracle. There is no other country in the world that so many people will come in the middle of the world. And I'm sure that after October 7th, we see more and more Olim that will build Israel.
So you mentioned a greater focus on integration, on absorption. Can you explain the new programs that you've invested in that area? And I also understand that you've invested in caseworkers to help the process along as well.
Yeah, so we're joking that Israel is mostly like Aliyah, but the Olim, we have a job with the integration part. So we have an enormous change that the Ministry of Aliyah and Integration with our partners is now not dealing with Olim when they arrive to Israel. You know, we said they will come and then they will discover. And now we have more and more programs that starts before you make Aliyah. We have a special new division in the ministry that's called Melavei Olim, that their role is to go to the Oleh before he come to Israel and to build him a program that he will know how the first 2 years in Israel will look like, and he will start to learn Hebrew. They are starting to learning Hebrew after they are opening the Aliyah files, even when they didn't decide yet that they are doing Aliyah. So more and more programs with housing and with Hebrew and with employment that starts before you make Aliyah.
And we're honored as well that the whole model of Nefesh, this holistic model of before, during, and after Aliyah, has been adopted by the Ministry of Immigration and Absorption to take around the rest of the world.
Well, there's been a lot of cooperation between your two organizations, a lot of new programs. I was in Paris recently, and I saw your new, the medical Aliyah program that you guys have been working on with other organizations as well. I'm sure the crowd would love to hear about this innovative program.
So we'll talk about the program and also about the synergy. 8 years ago, we created this product called the Medex. Medex is really a phenomenon. It's a one-stop shop for any physician who's interested in making Aliyah. They can come to one location, get their medical licensing approved, get their specialty approved, and then meet with almost every hospital and clinic to interview for a job. They leave that day with a license in hand and a job secured, in many times from different locations, from different hospitals. There's no other country in the world that will license a physician before they become a citizen. So it's just an incredible synergy just between... Thank you. So there is an impending physician shortage that Israel is going to be experiencing if there is not real fundamental change happening. So Israel's recalibrating a bit of how it's going to have more physicians and graduate more physicians, but for the next 5 years there's going to be a shortage. So us and the Ministry of Immigration and Absorption are taking that model of that Medex and really bringing it around the world. And our job and our goal is 2,000 physicians over the next 5 years. 400 physician olim to come to Israel. It's an ambitious program, but it will create such incredible ripple effects in Israel's healthcare system, and we are privileged to be a partner. And you're talking about synergetic relationships. You're talking, Avichai and I are dear friends, but our institutions and our foundation, the public-private synergetic relationship has never been experienced like this. And it's like any relationship. There's a sense of humility and compromise and kindness and care that each organization has to dance with the other to make sure that at the end of the day, the Oleh is the focus and the Oleh is serviced.
Well, the fruits of that synergy have been apparent, as you've alluded to, in that startling, impressive figure. Are there any other interesting figures or trends that you've identified in the way that people are making Aliyah?
So first of all, we understand that people come because they want to be a part of a story. We see that more and more people come and they want their children to have different future. So we see mostly in Western countries that people are not running away. So we understand it, and now we are dealing with the Israelis, with the Tzabarim, that we want them to learn from the new Olim. We are now thinking about a new campaign that is not calling for integrate them, but to learn from them. They are the new heroes, and we think that this trend will maybe make Israel better and more united.
Well, there's no doubt. It looks like the future of Aliyah is bright, and I look forward to seeing what's next from your two organizations. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matt.